Alright, tonight we're having salmon for dinner. So I'm going to do the first cook on this newly restored gifted grill from my neighbor. I'm going to start with just a little bit of unlit lump charcoal in the bottom. I've got the bottom fully opened. I've got a full chimney of B&B lump, and it's flames coming out the top, so I'm gonna say it's ready to dump. Got the cat with me today, so we're gonna dump this. That's gonna be about right. Spread these even. Looking good. And I got some grill grates I'm gonna put on top of that. Make it real easy. So I got my salmon out here, and I've just seasoned it with some olive oil, good pinch of salt, good bit of pepper, and a light dusting of Old Bay seasoning. So it's pretty simple. But I just seasoned the meat side. This is skin on, so I want the skin on this when I'm grilling, because I can put the sear that I want on the flesh side and then flip it over and let it finish on the skin side, and I'm not worried about burning the skin side. So I've got my grill grates on, and they've been on about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and they're not hot enough yet, so I'm gonna leave the lid off. I've had the lid on while I've gotten my salmon seasoned up, and I'm just gonna leave the lid off. That's gonna let it come up to temperature a little hotter. It's coming up real quick now, so I may put the lid back on. That taking the lid off will really let the heat come up. You want the grates hot. That's the secret to grilling the salmon, is you want the grates hot enough to where they won't stick. Because if they're too cold, it's gonna stick. So I can tell it's starting to come up a little bit. So I may just put the lid on for a minute and let it warm on up. I'm gonna spray them down with a little cooking spray right before I put them on, and but I'm gonna give them just a few more minutes to get hot. So while we're waiting for this to come up, I'm gonna tell you about a sauce. Lemon dill sauce is so easy. It's easy to make. It doesn't take long. So I've already made it and had it in the fridge since earlier today. But you can make it up the morning of, or at lunchtime, or just right before you get everything together. Get the sauce ready and put it in the fridge. It's like 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then about 1.5 tablespoons of sour cream. About 1/2 clove of garlic that you chop up real fine, and then smash it out to where it's kind of like a paste. Put that in there. You put a big squeeze of lemon juice and a shake of some dill. You can do dry dill or you can do fresh dill. Either one's going to work fine. And then some salt and pepper, and mix that up real good and set it in the fridge, and it is the perfect topping for this salmon. So it's real easy to make. Doesn't take about 5 minutes to get all that together, and it makes an excellent sauce for this. So we're almost ready. So I think the grates are hot enough. Let's go ahead and put some of this salmon down and see what we got. Could have been a little hotter. So right now, like I said, I'm just looking to get a nice sear on the skin side. I want to rub some of that oil on a nice sear on the flesh side. I'm not too worried about cooking it through in this step right here. So I'm gonna put the lid on and let it cook. So you can just kind of go up under here with your lifting tool and just pull it up a little bit and look, see where you're at. not quite ready yet. You just don't want them to burn. You want just, you know, a nice color on the outside of the skin, I mean the flesh, and the rest of it we're gonna finish cooking on the other side. So we've had them on about 3 or 4 minutes. I think it's time to turn them. I'm gonna gently get up underneath them, try to get them up off that grate, and just give them a little twist. That's looking good. And that's pretty hot, so I'm gonna put the lid on. So it's been about 2, maybe 3 minutes on since I've turned them. Call it the twist. Get those nice diamond grill marks on it, and I think it's time to flip them. So we're gonna flip this over. Yep, that's about what I'm looking for right there. Got a little bit of char, but not too much. Don't want it burnt. That's looking good right there. So let's adjust this one a little bit. And now I'll leave the lid on to let them finish up. So we like our salmon a little bit more done than some people do. We live in Tennessee, so we're a good little bit away from wherever they caught this salmon at. So it's been a few days, I would say, since this salmon was swimming in the water. So we'll give it a little push in the thick part, and then kind of tell where it's at there. Those are close. This little one's done. So I'm gonna pick that little one up. These others could use just another minute. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that back a little bit, and maybe just 2 or 3 more minutes. But that thing is ripping hot now, so it's just about there. So maybe just another minute or 2, and this is just about right for me. That's feeling kind of firm, but it's still got a little bit of texture to it. It feels kind of like a medium steak. This one may need just another minute. These two feel like they're ready. So I don't know if you noticed, but I forgot to oil these grates before I put them on, and they still didn't stick. So the secret is, if you don't get them hot enough, it's gonna stick. If you get the grate hot enough, the meat won't stick. So I'm gonna give that one just another minute. Just another minute. But these grill grates are so easy to use. If you don't have these, it's worth investing in them. It makes it so easy for a lot of things. So the cats are hanging out, knowing they're gonna get some scraps. Be best friend when you got food. So I'm gonna pull this one. I think we're ready. And so I leave that skin on, but now that they're all grilled up, that skin will just peel right off really easy. So if people don't like skin on, you can just flip that over, give it a few minutes to cool, and then it just slides right off. Thanks for watching. This is a quick, easy, really good meal. It's healthy for you, so a good way to get out and cook, get your grill fired up.